Oh, did I lose you again?
Hey, y'all. I'm Arwen, the professional joy seeker, professional tarot consultant, and as you know, Barbara Walter wannabe. Walters. Whoops. Ba ba wah wah. I just adore her style, and I really always thought it would be such a cool job to be able to just go out and talk to people. Right? It really appeals to my Aquarius rising. So tonight I have Patrick, whose channel is Astral God. Now, Patrick's had another channel. This is his new channel. So it's really small right now. But I'd love for you to go over and check him out, subscribe, and give him a little internet love. Now, Patrick, say hello and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi. I am the owner of Astral, and I dabble in a lot of different practices. I guess you can say the style of magic that I do is more Santillian. I have not been initiated into any kind of um, uh, way of practice with that. I call it Santerian based. So it's kind of wishy-washy. Sorry if I offended anybody with that, but it's
Well, we
something
can't see you, Patrick. I don't know what's going on, but when we go to you, it's a black screen. We're not seeing you. We're hearing you,
oh,
but I'm not seeing you at all.
that's really weird. Okay. You still can't see me?
Nope, not at all. Just a black screen, and your pictures. It's like you've got your camera turned off, is what it looks like.
Um, it's really weird. I Everything looks like it's in working order
Yeah,
on
why
my
don't you
end.
log out and come back in because it's black screen. I mean, it's switching, but your camera is turned off. You have no video right now.
Okay, I might have to let me do something. So just end the call or
Or unless you can look up at the top of your screen, and there should be um, a little box that has invite people, turn mute microphone, camera on off, that sort of thing. You'll see the red hang up button, but we want you to click on the camera because you're black screen right now. You're no, or you've got it covered up. I don't know.
how about now?
Looks like it's trying.
Hmm. All right. So I clicked the camera.
Yeah, baby, we're not seeing your face at all.
That's really funny. Help and feedback, add people. Um, okay. All right, my little icon came back. You came back.
Yeah, we're not seeing you at all, but we can go ahead and do this way. This will just make people want to go see you.
Can you see me a little bit better now?
Nope, still black.
Okay. I guess we're just roll with it. Here, I'll give you
Yeah, and
some.
I'm not seeing the chat, in fact, on my end, so that's kind of weird. Usually I can see.
Like I'm trying to do the camera flippy thing.
There you are.
Hi.
Well, now we're seeing the back wall.
All right.
There you are. Perfect. I'm worried this isn't recording because normally I will see the video here on my phone. I'm not seeing us at all, so I'm checking one more thing to see like what the heck's going on, if it's doing its thing or not.
On my side, I see a little yellow icon that says live.
Yeah, I've got that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's I should be seeing for those of you just tuning in to watch this, hang in there. We'll get this all worked out. Ha 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 ha. Let's see what's going on here. Why I can't see the chat, and that's what I want to see right now. But Patrick, go ahead and tell me,
Oh, okay.
what was your first concept or expectation of the word witch? How did you do you remember first hearing about it?
Oh, that's gonna be a very easy one, and that's from watching the show Charmed at 8 years old.
What
It
about
was,
it kind of got you?
um, I guess the way that they filmed the show, I feel like they did a lot of studying when it came to the craft, even though they to film it, it's like not everyone's going to be interested in seeing a person lying in an incense. So let's add it through demons and warlocks, and let's give them a book of shadows that everybody's going to love and want to own one day. So I'm like, I think the book overall like drew me in, and I'm like, I would spend hours, like as an adult now, I would spend hours on YouTube just watching the flip through of that book of shadows. I'm like, so pretty. I need one.
It is
So,
pretty. You know, they actually had. I believe that's the show that they had a real Wiccan. Her name's Deb. But she is. There, I found us. Yay. Okay. Yay. Sorry for all that distraction, y'all. But there was a real Wiccan advisor on that. They got a lot wrong. They got a
oh
lot.
yeah. There's some things on there
Um,
like you would not use that for that, but okay, you know, do you?
the
But
minute
it's like,
they called a male witch a warlock, my head exploded.
oh,
Seriously, I was like, "No way are you saying that? That's so wrong."
it's
Um,
so opposite though. That's why I love it though, because they know what they're doing and they know, oh, a lot of actual practitioners are gonna go like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. No, 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 no.
I got over it. They had fun with it. It was a good show. It was a lot of fun.
Oh
I
yeah.
even liked when Rose McGowan's character came on. I
Really? I actually really love that at part of the show where she you know, because I feel like a lot of actual practitioners can relate to her when they come into the craft. They don't really know anything, and you know they're still learning, looking for people to teach them. And sometimes they
yeah,
the wrong ones, and sometimes they run into the right ones. So you
I
know
agree.
that whole
I think there's a lot to love about that show. You know, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I actually have a box set, not of all the season. I think I've got 1 through 4, but yeah,
No,
it's a
I'm such
fun show. It's it's entertaining, and that's what it's meant to be. So
oh yeah,
I
it
like the
was meant
entertainment.
like it was meant to be fun, and that's all it was really meant to be. It was meant to take us out of our days to you know relax, unwind, and watch a you know.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to make where I see. Okay, my I'm messing with the chat again. I apologize. Wow. So the charms brought you into the craft, and now what's your favorite form of divination? Do you do divination? Is it something that you rely on at all?
um, I dabble in divination. I wouldn't say that I'm a professional at it. I have millions of cards. I just I remember my first tarot deck, and I was with my mom, and at the time, Barnes and Nobles was really heavily into New Age, occult, you know, I guess you could say propaganda. Um, and I saw the medieval Scripini tarot, and I
Mm,
I was like, I want that deck. I want that deck. Get me that deck. I wouldn't leave if I
that is a
didn't do that.
pretty deck.
You know,
That is a very pretty deck.
it stays with me wherever I go. It doesn't leave my backpack because that deck has been through such more BS than I have. So, um, if that deck could talk, I mean, it can, but if it had a voice, yeah, it would say some things. So
Yeah. Now you said you have a lot of decks. How
it
many
was,
decks do you have?
oh boy. I have a whole book. I have a whole suitcase full. And
Okay, you know I've got around 600, right?
I don't have that many. I have a regular average size book suitcase. Because I didn't really have anywhere else to put them because I've always lived in like rooms, you know, like I never had a house up until now. So I never had room to spread. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can keep them in a book. No, I want to say bookshelf, but suitcase and just switched them out. For a long time, my actual altar was to really keep one out. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump if I had, but it kind of just led itself into that topic.
Now, listen, if you had to take 5 magical items on a deserted island, and there don't need to be survival items, they're just magical items. What 5 would you need to take with you or want to take with you?
I would need a mason jar. I do a lot of magic with mason jars.
Here you go.
I have 2. It's funny because I asked my partner one time, like, "Hey, babe, can you save me a jar or something because we eat pickles a lot?" A This jar, okay, this jar, this jar, and
Well,
now
that's a
this,
pickle, baby.
and this is tomato sauce jar. So, I don't care. I'll use it for some kind of spell work, or because it doesn't really matter what kind of jar it is. It's just it's what you do with it.
So that's
So,
one.
um, are live animals allowed?
Sure. I'll see why not.
I would have to take. I would have to take my neighbor's cat, Tiberius. He's a sleek black cat, and he's like the
Wait, you're
typical
stealing
witch's
your
cat.
neighbor's cat?
I would bring him back. He comes over. He comes over anyways. So every time I light my incense or light my working candle, he always comes in meowing. I'm
Very
like, "You're my
cool.
computer. Left somewhere else. So come with me." He'll go back. I just need a um,
So that's 2. A stolen cat, a mason jar.
um, I'm looking around because I'm like, I don't know what off the top of my head. I would probably take some kind of spirit doll. Um, Islands can have all kinds of different spirits, and one good way to have the spirits guide you, the spirits of the island guide you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, probably a third. Um, I was thinking something like salt or anything, but here's sand all over, so I could just use that. A journal. It can't go without journaling.
That's me. That's me. I got to be able to write.
Oh, I have running journals. Like I'll have this journal, this journal, this journal, all like this idea. I can't stop. So what? We're up to 4.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I thought I had this question down, but when you actually get asked it, it goes completely like. Um, I would have to take a picture of my mother and grandmother.
Nice.
Yeah, because I have like a small little maybe I could show you actually. This is my vision board area,
Uh-huh.
and the Greek and Roman versions of Venus and Wedgwood. No, Johansson. It's a knockoff of Wedgwood. My partner knows all about it, and he's also a Libra, so he falls under Venus.
Haha.
And then I would have to take this picture right here.
I love that
So
picture.
yeah, that's my mama and my grandmama. So my mom actually made her 10th year, so that was Friday. So that's what I was hopefully trying to get you then, but it didn't work out that way. So it's just good. So I think that
You
would be
said she made her 10th year. What do you mean?
she passed away when I was 16.
Oh,
Passed
yeah.
away when I was 20. So that's sort like a makeshift ancestor altar.
I like it. My dad died when I was 11 on my birthday.
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
So
In a way, in a way you kind of lose, in a way you kind of gain, you
yeah,
know?
it was hard as an 11-year-old, but I got through it. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever done a working that backfired on you, didn't do what you expected, went awry?
So many of those happened to me. A couple of years ago, I had pretty much been practicing my whole life. Like started probably around the age 6 or 7, nothing too serious. But then as I got into adulthood, I like dive, did a head dive and or dive in head first. That's what I meant. And I was like in a really dark place at that time. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna use magic to get you. Just wait, like trying to look like a badass and it happened to say. So I had these roommates that would all we had an arrangement that they can use my car for work, and we had a very bad. And so this is kind of merging into the same time. So with the roach infestation, I was like, you know what? I'm tired of these roaches. I'm just going to get rid of them. So I did. At the time, I was working with Hecate. I am no longer working with her. And she was like, "Oh, you want to get rid of them, huh? Rid of them." And so they left the house, but ended up in my car. And then I lost the car like a year after that. So that would be a major backfire for me.
Yeah, yeah. Turning your car into a roach motel, never a good thing.
My roommates still used the car, and they had to battle the roaches every morning while I walked to work. So I'm like, happy driving. Then I
So,
lost it a year later.
so here's a food question, and it may not work for you because I think you're on the East Coast, right? Or you South Coast, Southeast?
It's South Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, red sauce or green sauce?
Red, definitely red. As a child, I don't really remember seeing green sauce because if you know the lake that's in the center of Florida,
Not really.
so
Uh,
and there's a town called Okeechobee, and I don't
oh,
think
okay. Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, Pogo. There's a cartoon based there, right?
yeah. And
Okefenokee, something.
if you watch American Horror Story Freak Show, they did a whole spiel on that character murdering people. I don't know. That never happened, by the way.
I I never watch horror. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it for any stretch of the imagination. So I leave it to
Well,
those that like it.
the one that it's funny. I'm not really much of a horror fan either, but the one that really drew me in was its third season when it was Coven. Wow, this is really accurate. Most, it's still nice, of course, but I'm like, wow, some of the stuff is really accurate. So,
I, yeah, I've heard good things about it, but as my friends know, it will never be something I watch. Oh, there we are. I didn't have a set to public. I had it set to private still. Awesome.
um, technology and I do not mix when on either end.
Well,
You should
Al
see.
Green came in and checked on us, and she's down there for the, hey, Al Green, baby. Well,
Hi,
we'll have to ask her
how
how
you doing?
Tuesday is because I think she's on Tuesday now. So yeah, but there's some pretty good movies out or shows out there. I think that are different. Like I love sci-fi. I'm really excited that this Friday, season 3 of a show called Dark Matter is coming back out, and I am so excited. So I don't know if you watch it or not.
I have her wanting to watch it because I've been studying methods with the law of attraction and whatnot. I don't know if you have ever watched Ashira Star Goddess. Her videos on dark energy and manifest.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about a movie or a
Oh,
TV show. But no, yeah, I've watched her.
I'm like, this is really working for me. So when you said dark energy, I was like, or dark matter, I gotta watch it now. I'm like, it's
Well, Dark Matter is a very intriguing space show, and then Killjoys comes on at the end of the month. So um, my geeky, nerdy Star Trek wannabe shows are back. So they're not Star Trek wannabes. That's not fair. They're way different. But I'm a Star Trek kid. That's what I grew up with. So now
okay.
let me ask you, Patrick, is there an afterlife in your belief system?
Yes. I do not claim to be. Others have placed this label on myself. I apparently have to get the mediumship. So I see spirits, they talk to me and they hound me and they won't shut up until I make them shut up. So, and I work at a hospital, so I see a lot
Oh,
of
wow.
women actually used to be part of the morgue. So I literally work like 2 inches away from it. You would think you would see a lot of activity down there, but the most activity I've seen is actually on the floors, like when I'm doing my rounds.
Well, it's probably where people got stuck, or when they first realized, they're like, oh, whoa, because they don't follow their body. Their spirit leaves and
Right.
then their body goes. I mean, that would make sense to me.
Yeah, so I tell people all the time, like, don't worry, there's nothing here. So if you walk by them and it's not like they're gonna grab you. It's not a haunted house, So because there's a lot of people out there that, well, that's just stupid stuff. That doesn't really
So,
exist.
since you do mediumship, you've probably got a ton of ghost stories. Pick your best one and tell us.
Oh, why did you do this to me? All right, I'm gonna go with a recent one. It was when I first started dating my partner. He was still living with our neighbor. We kind of live in as an Adobe-like house. It has 4 apartments, and he lived in the one next to me, or the one that we have now. First night, I had never been there. The first night I went over there, I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then couch was there, and then I looked and I'm like, "Hey, I thought you said nobody was home." He's like, "What do you mean?" Like, I just saw 2 people. Like, he does this all now. He does this all the time because it's almost been a year. Because I have to like ask him, is like dead or alive? And he's like, and I looked at him as like, "You're fucking with me, right?" Like, and I said hi to them. Deny it, and he's like, "Oh, well, this house used to be on a plantation. Oh, there were probably just birds that had been here for, you know, who knows when. I couldn't. They didn't really look. These ones didn't really look like humans, and they didn't scare me. I knew they were human, but they weren't revealing themselves to me. They portrayed themselves more to be shadows, not all, but just shadows. And then they just went away. And then the next morning, I walked downstairs, and then at first I saw this woman on this place wearing a weird nightgown. At first, I thought there was a lady that apartment, and she was pretty frail, but she was still alive. So I thought it was her, and she shooted down the staircase quickly, and I looked down, and she looked at me like from the case, and I was like, "Hi," and I looked away, and she was gone.
Wow. So you could probably tell those ghost stories all day long. I want you to do a video where you share some of those, because I think that'd be super fun. So
It's
that's
funny.
my request.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny though because I plan on doing that and I get around to it and I can't think of a single one. Like,
Write
oh
it down.
man, I have pen and paper in front of me right now. Um,
Now,
oh,
let me
like,
ask you. I'm sorry.
oh, it's okay. I was just gonna say they all congregate at my work.
We've
Like,
got a bit of a
here,
lag, and that's what's happening. And I keep talking over you, so I'm like, oh,
I have a bad habit of that. I'm sorry.
Patrick, let me ask you this. Who's the first YouTuber you can remember watching? It doesn't have to be, I mean, in the pagan group, I guess. So the first paganish
You mean
YouTuber.
of the YouTube witching community?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I think it's Bird. I think it was. It was weird because I'm searching. Um, I
Yeah.
would
You just broke up, so I didn't hear who you said.
help me. It was either Ember, one of you, of you.
Oh, okay, cool.
The first, I think it was the video that.
Yeah, it's breaking up. I'm asking folks in the chat room how the sound is for them because it may be just on my end. Because it keeps breaking up. I can see you now, but now the sound's not working right. So now, are you an air sign? What's your birth sign? Uh-oh. I may have lost Patrick, y'all. Oh, Albine says she can't hear him either, so it is breaking up. He did say that he was having some internet issues, so they may have gotten him. Because all I'm seeing is a still picture now. So shout out if you're in the chat, say hi. If we don't get him back, I'll pull some cards for people since you're here. We'll just do an impromptu reading session, and hopefully he can come back. I'm watching. Of course, I just put hand cream on, so I've got to rub it in now. Oh, looks like he's trying to get back in, y'all. So let's see. Hey, Noah, how are you, baby? I need to send you a postcard from Clovis, New Mexico. Woohoo! I wanted to go somewhere more fun and send you one, but yeah, the internet boogeyman came. I think so. I've got his still picture there, but I don't see him. Patrick, are you back with us? I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to boot him out. Patrick, if you can hear me, I'm booting you out. Come back in. Let's see if he'll come back. Hopefully ejecting him doesn't mean I've banned him or something crazy. Ooh, Clovis, yeah. Okay, so I've got the Gypsy Palace Tarot right here. It's the one I use for this week's videos. And if you didn't watch this week's videos, do so, because I've got a contest going on. I have a little. She said the cutest, sweetest little note with the cards because these were self-pubbed. But it's very cool. It's very it's colorful. It really reaches out. So I'm just going to read. I'm going to pull a card for Albine, if you don't mind. Noah and Albine, y'all are the ones who have said anything. Do you mind if I do a little mini pull a card for you about what this universe needs you to know right now? Watching, watching, watching. Okay, so this is for Albine. What does Albine need to know right now? Ooh. Now, this is what a Thoth style deck, so it switches justice and strength. So, Miss Girl, you got justice. Look at that card. Let me get her to focus in. Look at those hands in her hair. Isn't that crazy fun? So justice, in this case, means you're probably looking at something about balance and fairness, and you may be having a toddler meltdown of your own inside about, that's not fair. I know I still do those. But really, sweetie, what you need to remember when justice shows up is that justice will be served. You don't have to be the one wielding the sword. All you have to do is put it out there, let justice be done, and back up. I mean, can be kind of messy. So if there's any kind of situation where you'd really like to see a little justice done, just request it and step back and let it go. That's a big piece of the whole part of it. Is not talking about it and not angsting about it. Oh, how about just, yes. And Mr. Noah, will do you next. And, I'm looking, seeing how many viewers are in. I forgot to count myself. So, what does the universe want Noah to know right now? Noah, what's going on, buddy? Let me get him up here close. Focus. That's a little scary. No, it's not going to focus for us. Let me see if I can get it to focus on the words. Really? Well, it's the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is a really interesting card, Noah, because it can be talk about you feeling taken advantage of, you feeling like a lot of your mental energy is going out and you're not getting a lot back. But often it's because we're not standing up for ourselves and we're not saying, hey, stop. You know, I need this time for me. I need this energy for myself. So if you're having some issues with feeling and thinking you're being taken advantage of and feeling like people are not supporting you, because the Ten of Swords, you know, is that stab guy who's laying on the ground with all the sharp stabby things in his back. So I would ask you to evaluate how much of that you're fostering by not saying anything, because you're a nice guy. So it may be time for Mr. Nice Guy to pick himself up and knock a few swords out. So, and so this chat didn't go the way I wanted. Oh, Noah says, wow. Thumbs up. I hope that's a good wow. But this chat didn't go the way Patrick and I wanted to, so hopefully I'll be able to schedule with him at another time so that we can do the interview and get that done, because I really want to talk to him. He's fascinating, and I really was enjoying our chat. So, boo! But thank you guys for joining, and those of you who watched this late, this was a seemingly Mercury retrograded interview, but it wasn't during Mercury retrograde. So, I don't know. Seek joy, y'all. I'm Arwen, the professional tarot seeker and joy reader, I guess. Oi, I am Arwen, the professional joy seeker and professional tarot consultant. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.